Hey everybody, it's Sal here, and I've wanted to make this video for quite a long time. What you see before you is the Aeropress, sorry. And I've owned this press for 2 years, pretty much exactly 2 years, and I've always wanted to make a video on how I use it and my review of the Aeropress. And the only thing that I can say about it is that it makes fantastic coffee that's not bitter and very smooth. And I've introduced the coffee from the Aeropress to dozens of people that have come over. I've brought it with me to share it with friends and other family. I know it sounds weird, but they all say the same thing after trying a cup of coffee from the Aeropress, and they say that it's not bitter and very smooth. And of course, I always ask them to take a sip of the coffee black. I think if you want to really get the true flavor out of coffee when you want to taste it, it's to take it black. I always drink my coffee black, and I always like to tell people, don't contaminate your coffee with cream, sugar, milk, creamers, and all that stuff, sweeteners, because you want to taste the coffee. This is, and I tell you, this little device here, this contraption does an excellent job, does the best job, I have to say, so far, in making a great cup of coffee. Now, the way it works is very simple. You take 2 scoops of, I use espresso coffee. You take 2 leveled scoops. You drop it into the, and I'm going to go through everything here. You drop it into the cylinder here, and then you wait you stir it with the paddle, you wait 10 seconds, and then you just slowly press it down into your cup. And with the ounce or 2 that you make, I top up the mug with hot water, which is essentially an Americano. Okay, and I tell you, that's the way I've made it from day one, and it comes out amazing. So let me just go through the things that you get when you order your Aeropress. You get the plunger, the cylinder here where you put your coffee in. You get I believe this is 100 coffee filters. This is the cap that goes underneath. The filter goes in inside this cap, and then it screws on timber, and then it screws on like that, locks in place. Okay, we have the paddle to stir. We have the scoop to scoop up your coffee, your ground coffee, and you drop it in. And then this little funnel here, I've rarely used it, maybe once, and I think it's for, now if anyone knows what this is for, if you have a narrow mug, because usually this will rest right on top of the mug, nice and even, but if you have a narrow mug that this won't fit in nicely, what you do is you put this into the mug and you drop this in there, and then you press. All right, so you fit in a smaller mug, maybe like an espresso cup or something, if you make it. Now, if you drink the coffee like you press it and drink it, because I use the espresso the espresso beans, it's very strong. Very strong. At least that's what one person said. I made it once and never again. All I do is make Americanos out of it, and it just levels out perfectly. So when you do make it, out of the instruction book, all you got to do is for every leveled scoop, it's for 5 ounces. 5 ounces of hot water you add to it. Okay, so let's say, for example, this mug here, this mug holds 10 ounces of water. So what I would do is I would put 2 scoops into the cylinder here, all right, because it's 10 ounces. Then we fill up the plunger here to number 2. Then we pour, we stir. I should just go through the whole process. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. You stir, and then you wait 10 seconds, and then you plunge. And now we're going to go through that right now. I'm just going to get the hot water, and we're going to get to work. Okay, so let's put everything together. So we have a filter inside the cap here. We lock it in. Okay, now this doesn't fit perfectly in to the mug. As you can see there, it swivels. Now I'm pretty steady where when I do plunge, use the plunger, I can keep it still, press, and everything is good. But if you were shaky, trying to do it with one hand, then there you go. This is where you would, you know, the funnel would come into play. So, like I said, because we're using a 10 ounce mug, we're going to put 2 scoops of coffee grind, two scoops of ground coffee into the cylinder here. And again, it's espresso, medium fine grind. Fortunately, I've set up the shot where you don't get the whole top in there, but you know what? Let's do this. So here's 1. And here's 2. Okay, so that's it. 1 scoop is for 5 ounces of hot water. 2 scoops is for 10 ounces. All right, so you're going to level that off. We're going to put it in place here. And we get that there, the plunger. So again, these are, the method that I'm using is right out of the instruction manual that comes with the Aeropress. We're going to fill this up. We're going to pour our hot water, stir. 10 seconds later, we start plunging. So again, let me reiterate the type of coffee that I use. I use espresso beans. I grind them myself. Now, if you're the type of person that that likes to roast their beans fresh, I mean, I've heard things over the internet where you would roast your beans and make sure you grind them within 4 weeks, and then after grinding them, make sure you use them up within 2 weeks, because that's, you know, that's when the oils are, you know, the freshest and all that stuff. But I just go to Costco, I get myself a bag of the Costco Kirkland brand espresso beans, and everything's good. So I'm gonna get the hot water now, and we're gonna get this thing going. We're gonna get this party started. All right. So we got our water that's boiled, and again, because we put 2 scoops, we're gonna bring up the water to number 2, which I believe stands for each level is 1 ounce. So we're gonna bring it up to 2. There you go. I'm gonna put this top back because I got nowhere to rest it. And now we're going to brew some coffee. So we get our hot water in there. Apologize that this is out of the shot. Again, this is the way I set it up. So we're going to do 10 seconds. And we just let everything mix and commingle and what have you. And now the manual says to get the plunger wet first, and then just prop it on top. And then, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. See that? There's the plunger there. And start plunging. And you plunge very slowly, like 1 millimeter a second. Now, as soon as you hear the air hiss out, stop. Because it's in that part now, the part that hisses out. Now, anyone out there can correct me, but that is the actual bitterness. Okay? Once you stop it, now once you hear the air hiss out, just pull up on the plunger. Okay, so you're creating that vacuum so nothing else leaks in there. See that? No leaks. And there's our or raw espresso. I'm going to say raw. And so again, we're going to top it up with hot water. What I like to do is bring it right up to the top and then wait a minute or two. Little evaporation happens, and then you're good to go. It's too hot anyway to enjoy. But that's how you use the Aeropress to make a cup of coffee. Very simple. It only took this long because I am going step by step and explaining everything to you in this video. But the longest you got to wait is to get that water boiled. Now the cleanup is pretty neat. Let me just carefully move this to the side. This is not a plug for North Star Homes. Please ignore that because they suck. They built my house and I don't like them. Just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so now cleaning this is the best part. So here we have everything here. What you would do is in your kitchen sink, finish plunging all the way out. Okay, till everything's compact. What you would do then is just rinse. People have said that they rinse this out and reuse it again. You only used it once. There's really nothing wrong with it, to be honest with you. Okay. And check this out. Over the garbage bin, you're going to do this. Okay? You're going to give it a rinse and you're clean. And that's the cleanup. That's the cleanup process right there. So folks, hopefully this explained things about the Aeropress. If you have any questions, first of all, you can find a link to purchasing your own Aeropress if you're really curious about owning one and buying one in the description that's posted with this video. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. I'll do my best to answer them. I do have a lot of videos and a lot of questions go up on them, and I don't get a chance to answer them all. It's just impossible for me to sit down and do that. But there you have it, a smooth cup of coffee. I got to tell you, it's the best. And people that do put milk and sugar and stuff like that, I actually have them try it black, and they all agree that, you know what, this is pretty good. And that's it. That is the Aeropress, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like. If you like I got over 200 videos here, so feel free to browse and peruse my catalog of videos, and hopefully you guys give me also subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post them below, because I really believe in this coffee system here. It does work. This is all I use. Going out to McDonald's, Tim Hortons, all those other places have significantly dropped. Like, I don't hardly go there anymore unless I really need something to wake me up. But when I'm home, I don't even use the drip coffee machine. I just use this. This is the exclusive tool that I use when I brew my coffee. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough. Links will be in the video description. Like this video, share it with other people that are also coffee connoisseurs that are looking for a better tasting cup of coffee. Thanks for watching, folks. Ciao for now.